Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Zaina Mohammed and today we're going to talk about the sacred power of gratitude. If you've ever experienced a moment of gratitude, you know what that feels like. That heaviness melts away and you feel like your soul is alive, you're breathing again. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Gratitude, not just as this cute journaling practice, but as a sacred practice that opens doors, that heals hearts, and aligns us deeper with God's blessings. Part one, I want to talk about gratitude from science and from my religion's perspective. Studies from Harvard and UC Davis show that people who have daily practice of gratitude report higher levels of happiness, lower levels of stress, better sleep, better immunity. And in my religion and my faith, we believe that gratitude is the key that unlocks your blessings. And in the Quran, God said, In shakartum la'azidannakum, meaning if you are grateful, I will increase it for you. And this is true because when you consider this from the human perspective, of course, God is above humans, like He's perfect, He's very generous. But I want to give an example of how it even feels with us humans, let alone God. When you give somebody something and they appreciate you, they're grateful for whatever you gave. And then there's another person who gave something to them and they didn't acknowledge it, they weren't grateful for it. Next time these two people come back to you, which one are you more likely to give? The person who appreciates is more likely to get support, help, versus the unappreciative person who did not even acknowledge what you gave. How many blessings did God give us that we take for granted? Even the ones that we didn't ask for. The fact that we have eyes and we can see, the fact that we have our health, the fact that we are alive or breathing. There are people who don't have any of that. They may not have eyesight, but we do. They might be struggling with health issues, but we are healthy. Are we better than them? Absolutely not. We weren't even thinking about these things, but God gave it to us. And I think we should be grateful for them. We should be grateful for our body, for our health, for the fact that we're alive, we're breathing. That is worthy of appreciation and thankfulness to God. In that practice of gratitude, you will have more blessings in your life. And it doesn't mean even more things. How you feel about your life, the current blessings that you have, your perspective on those things might change. And that in itself might be the increase that you needed. So for part one, I want to conclude that science is catching up with what the soul already knows. And that is gratitude heals hearts. Gratitude expands us. Gratitude gets us closer to God's blessings. Two, I want to talk about gratitude in relation to growth. Now, as somebody who values growth and expansion, moving up to your next level, I see a pattern, which is a limiting belief that people have. If you're always reaching for more, you're ungrateful. Just stop it here. Be grateful for what you have. These are the things that are said in conversations, in gatherings, and I want to address the core belief. And that is, if you're reaching for more, then you are ungrateful for what you have. Is that true? No, absolutely not. In my faith, we are encouraged to seek excellence in everything we do. And by definition, that means pushing your limits. When you reach one level, push yourself to the next limit in your connection with God, your health, in your marriage, in your parenting, in your wealth, everything. So that belief does not make sense at all. A better perspective is to see God's treasures as vast. There are so many countries to explore, so many different cultures to learn from, and cuisines that you can taste and enjoy. There are so many people you can meet that you can take inspiration from. What your heart desires might come from meeting these people. You wanting that and having that is okay because God's blessings have no limit. Why are we limiting ourselves? I think that speaks to our belief system, and maybe we should look inward and work on that. And lastly, gratitude is not the opposite of growth. Gratitude fuels growth. When you are grateful for what you have, you're so thankful for your breath, for your health, for the material things you have, for the relationships that you have, for literally everything that you have in your life. You unlock more blessings, and you're able to hold more. And God will bless you with the ability to hold those blessings as well. Part three, I want to make it clear that gratitude is not just in your heart, it's in your action, it's in your words. For example, if you're grateful for your health, what you say about yourself, the words you use, the actions you take, your health habits are a reflection of you being grateful for your body. The words you use are positive. You don't body shame, you appreciate every part of your body. Without it, you might not be functioning, you might not be alive. You're so grateful for it. Your actions, they are a reflection of how you take care of your body. You eat good food, you exercise, you move, you take supplements, you get some sun. All of these things are a reflection of you being grateful for the blessing that you have in your life. You acknowledge the importance of it, you take care of it, and that is gratitude in action. For the other person who does not recognize the importance of their health and they take it for granted, they won't take care of themselves, and their actions are not someone who takes care of themselves. In fact, their actions abuse their body. Overeating, and you're eating junk food all the time, and you're inflaming your body, using all the insulin and glucose levels. I don't think you're being grateful for your um blessing, which is your health. There are a lot of people that don't have that, and being a nurse really, really helped me with this because I see in my job every day the consequences that come with not taking care of the body. This is the vehicle that our soul lives in. And some people, they have health issues, not because of their lack of good habits, but because they were born with it, or they have a life-changing experience like car accident or motorcycle accident. And I feel for those patients the most because so much that they can do, of course, to improve their lives, but while they're in that situation, it's really hard, and it's hard also for the people in their lives. There's one story that I will share soon that will connect these unexpected situations and how I have witnessed people be grateful in the dark times, in the duality, the paradox of life, having ease and having difficult. But as a nurse, witnessing people lose health made me realize that health is the greatest blessing, and and we should actively be grateful for it. Gratitude in difficult times, in the duality. When hardship comes at you, how do you find gratitude in that? It's easy to be grateful when everything is good, I'm feeling good, life is good. But what about when life is difficult? When you have real life situations happen, like I was saying earlier, accidents. Accidents happen. Your health is gone in a minute. What do you do? And before I answer that, I want to share the story that I talked about earlier. One of my patients' mom taught me this lesson, and she lived it. This woman lives and breathes gratitude. The amount of stressors she deals every day is it's beyond me. But she doesn't complain a lot, and She's very grateful to God. When I put myself in her place, the stress that she carries is unimaginable. And she's just so grateful. She radiates gratitude. It's one thing to know something in theory, and it's another thing to witness it in real time. And for me, that was very moving. And just even thinking about it, whew, I get emotional. So know that it's possible to be grateful in the difficult times, in the duality. From theory, what I learned is that every time you're going through a test, and I learned this from my faith, every time you're going through a test, there is ease in it. There'll be ease that follows it, and believe that and hold that faith that yes, I will receive support from God. He won't put me through this for no reason. And that God tests those he loves the most. So the fact that you're going through this test, through this difficult time means you're beloved. You are his beloved. So hold that faith in him that he's building you one difficulty at a time. And it's really helpful when you witness people that are in difficulty, that are in duality, yet they embody gratitude. They live and breathe gratitude. It reminds us the resilience of the soul. We're so strong. And we can take inspiration from that to know when we ourselves go through difficult times, to know that we have it in us and that God will never test us beyond we can handle. You might be stretched, you might be invited to grow, to expand, but it's something we can handle. It's something that's humanly possible. And if you don't believe me, reflect on the difficult times that you had and what are the lessons you took from that? How did you grow from that? What would you be? Who would you be right now if that difficulty didn't happen in your life? So, to conclude, be grateful to heal your heart, to unlock more blessings, and to practice gratitude when life is good so that you already have that pathway in your brain and the skill of gratitude when duality, when difficult shows up in your life. And lastly, we never confuse ambition, growth with ingratitude. We may reach for more while cherishing what we have right now. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel and in the comments, share with me what's one thing you're grateful for right now. All right, see you in my next video.